So in a lot of ways, Lori, people might say that you wrote the book on this topic. In fact, have it in the back there. Give us a little background, what inspired you to write the book and how it's working for you, how you're using it, and just share with us.
Okay, so I wrote the book because I saw a need out there. I saw a need for a set of tools to help families communicate money matters with each other across different life transitions. And as we know, research tells us that that the primary reason why estates don't transfer successfully is because of breakdown in communication and trust. Well, I was finding myself in the middle, not necessarily in the middle, but part of the conflict because I was representing one of the account holders. And I started to think, gosh, I have to figure this out. Maybe there's another way to handle this. So when I'm doing my research, I discovered there wasn't a significant amount of literature out there devoted to understanding why money is such a taboo topic. What are the factors that interfere with us having productive conversations, and how to actually successfully navigate the conversations. So I took it upon myself to do a little research. I ended up writing this book, and it's a 5-step process. You all are going to get a copy of the book today. With the real goal of this book is to help families keep their relationships and their finances intact.
How do you engage with your clients? How do you deal with the difficult conversations that sometimes happen?
So I developed a worksheet that you're going to get a copy of, and it's a process that you can follow to involve the family members, and it takes you through all the steps. In addition to that, we have a discovery process that helps us dig deep with clients so we can find out really what are the issues that we're going to have to deal with, and we continually do that on a regular basis and update.
I have adult children who are in serious denial about their parents' actual health condition. People in early stages are very good at covering those things, particularly if it's a spouse. You know, dad will cover for mom or she'll cover for him, but the kids don't want to acknowledge the fact that they need to get involved, even when they're allowed to get involved and have powers of attorney.
Yeah, denial's a big deal. I mean, you start with the parents. They're the first ones in denial. And then the kids don't really want to get on board with it because they don't really want to confront their parents that they're losing control, they're losing their mind, they may be losing financial assets, and there's always been a big divide between those conversations. So, yeah, it's tough, but I feel like, you got to make an attempt to do it. And what I've learned is the first time around, it may not work. You may need to go back to the well and continue to have the conversations until you get to a place. I mean, this job is not for sissies, right? It takes some time and effort. But yeah, it's definitely a big problem.
I've practiced the things you've done and had a great many successes, but more recently, the son has taken over as trustee on the trust, and there's some unusual spending going on. And the son has his own business and has an interesting lifestyle, and now what?
Do you want to take that?
Kim?
Yeah.
That's a loaded gun.
I would ask, is there a co-trustee? There's no, yeah. Well, who are the beneficiaries of the trust? Because that's where the next legal action could take place. They could actually file a lawsuit against the trustee. So, yeah, definitely there's misappropriation out there, and it's not necessarily a third party outside the family. We see it in families as well, but there's probably some language in the trust that allows for some replacement of the trustee under certain types of situations. So I would look at the trust document and then talk to the beneficiaries as well. I have 3 takeaways. Get connected to the beneficiaries, get connected to the millennials. Do it now while the parents are healthy and get to know them. And make sure you have their contact information, so make it part of your practice that you actually get that information. My second recommendation is you really consider long-term care insurance. How many of you out there offer this to your clients? Great. Yeah, because I'm sure you're seeing, like I am, people are, like I have one client, she used every final penny. And by the way, the stats on it, 20% of the people who go into a nursing home say they're 5 years or more. And guess who they are? Women, right? So, okay. So make sure you have the long-term care discussion. And my third takeaway is really think about having these difficult conversations with your clients. And if you really express your concern about who they are and you want to make sure everything goes well, and you can become very skillful at it, you're going to find that you're not only going to be able to deepen that relationship with the client, but you'll have a better opportunity to retain the assets for you and the firm, and you'll differentiate yourself in your practice, and you will also enhance your relationships with the advisors because they'll see the way that you're going.